In Malaysia, the term Hainanese has mixed connotations, denoting not merely cuisine that has its provenance in the southern Chinese island province of Hainan, but also demarcating food that has sprung from the time of British colonial rule in Malaya, from the mid-19th century through to 1946, when the bulk of the chefs who cooked for them were Hainanese Chinese. This phenomenon arose not because the Hainanese were particularly gastronomically inclined, but because as one of the last batch of Chinese immigrants to arrive in Malaya, they were not privy to the choice picks of jobs in tin mining or in rubber production. So they became cooks. And that's where they learned to magic a gamut of Western food from their steaming kitchens. Quite apart from being one of the pioneers to unwittingly foster the idyllic lepak culture of modern coffee shops, Sin Seng Nam in the heart of the city is also a veritable institution of Hainanese food. Its signature dishes, apart from the famed chicken chops, include Hainanese chicken rice, both roasted and steamed, mee rebus and charcoal toast with kaya. The menu has remained more or less unchanged since the French windows of this aesthetically entrancing coffee shop were thrown open for business more than 75 years ago. So I'm sitting here at the historic Hainanese institution that is Sin Seng Nam, and this is Mr. Choong, the proprietor of the restaurant. Hello, Mr. Choong.
Hello.
So tell us a little bit about the history of this restaurant. I understand it was built in 1938 by Lok Yu, right?
I think more than that, 100 years old. Its business started in 1938.
Okay, so the business actually started in 1938, but the building was built in...
almost 100 years ago.
Along with the other shop houses in this row.
Yeah.
And your father was the one that started the business, right?
Yeah, a few brothers, my uncle.
So him and his brother started the business. So I guess they used to be chefs for the British people that were here in Malaya?
They serve chef, they make coffee, tea, they serve liquor.
Oh, okay. Before they opened the restaurant, though, they would have worked for the British, right?
No, they actually came from Hainan Island, China.
So they never worked for the British?
Yeah, they
to learn the Western food?
They learn from they have their own recipe from China.
Oh wow! Okay, so because as I understand it, a lot of the Hainanese chefs in Malaysia, they used to cook for the British,
right.
the colonials when they came,
right.
and they picked up dishes like the pot pies and the chicken chops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So maybe your father would have come from Hainan, but he learned it from his other Hainanese sort of friends.
Relative from the village or something like that.
Okay, so the restaurant here, I mean, one of the signature dishes is the chicken chop, right?
Chicken chop and chicken rice.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about the chicken chops? What makes it so special?
The sauce. It's
sauce?
A brown sauce, especially Hainanese brown sauce.
Special secret brown sauce.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's in this special secret brown sauce? Secret
ingredients.
ingredients.
It's a secret ingredient, yeah.
Okay.
You know, most of the chicken chop, the meats we use from the drumstick.
From the drumstick. Why do you only use the drumstick? Is it because it's more tender?
Tender, yes, it's more tender.
Okay.
Look up.
Yes, just carry on as you move normally. You can toast it well, actually.
Yeah. Honestly, the
Right. Very nice green color. It's not too chemically. The color is really nice. So I think there's a lot of natural ingredients there, although I couldn't quite get Mr. Choong to tell me just what was in it. Kaya is sweet, it's really smooth, it's really velvety. It goes really well with the oily emphasis of the butter. And the toast is fluffy, nicely aerated. Forget the fact that it's completely got absolutely no nutrients in it. It tastes delicious, the bread. And it goes really well with the butter and the kaya. And now we know why it's such a specialty here. This is an actual original Hainanese dish because in Hainan, and I know this for a fact, that island province has Hainanese chicken rice as one of its island specialities. The version of Sin Seng Nam's chili is a little bit, it's a little bit runnier than normal. Like it's not so thick with the garlic, I think. But let me have a try. Yeah, it's sour. It's not so garlicky. There's not a lot of ginger in it, and they don't have thick black soya sauce, which I'm used to. But let's give it a go. Get some soy sauce in there because a little bit of salt doesn't harm you.
Put it all in.
Put it all in. Get it all into that. The rice is what makes this dish so special. It's really nice and fluffy and grainy and al dente. It's not overcooked.
Al dente rice.
Al dente rice.
Chicken rice.
Who would have thunk? And it's really, really fragrant. The chicken stock has been infused really thoroughly through the rice. So even without the black soy sauce, even without a lot of other condiments, the rice just makes the chicken really pop. Really, really pop. I would say I understand why the chicken rice sells out so quickly at Sin Seng Nam. This is the third house specialty at Sin Seng Nam, and it comprises wok fried noodles mixed, like yellow noodles mixed with bihun, with pieces of pork, vegetables, prawns, and of course cabbage. Apparently an integral ingredient of Hainanese food. The enthusiasm for food is beginning to wane a little bit, I think, because we already had 3 plates of food.
Faye did not finish her toast. She cheated.
It's very similar to the Hokkien Cha. Hokkien Cha being from Penang, and it's also wok fried noodles, and it's really dependent on the wok hei to get the flavor. But in Penang, the Hokkien Cha has a bit of gravy, so it's a bit wetter. This is very similar to the Penang version, except it's Hainanese and it's dry. But you still have a lot of the aroma and the perfume of the noodles when it's cooked at just the right temperature.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah, it helps that there's loads and loads of pork and vegetables and prawns. It's a pretty tasty bite. You understand why it stood the test of time. I'm just going to have another mouthful to make sure it's okay. Do you think that when you change the sauce, the business went better?
Of course.
Yeah? So after you change the recipe, the customers,
More customers.
is it because of that?
Sauce chicken chop.
So your father
So
was-
this place
yeah.
is very popular with chicken chop now.
Yeah, it's your specialty, it's your signature dish, right?
My nephew is doing it now.
So I think because you changed the sauce, people were like,
They like it.
they liked it better. Not
We'll
so
try
sour.
tomorrow.
I will try it.
You try the chicken chop, you must
Yeah,
try.
yeah, yeah.
You know.